In this video, we're going to be discussing how we create quizzes in our classwork page. So just like always, we're going to go to our classroom. We're going to go over here to classwork, and we're going to go ahead and hit create. So I hit create. I'm going to choose quiz assignments. Now, you can add a quiz to a regular assignment if you want to, but if you want to create one on the fly, this is the way to do it. So you'll notice that down here it has a blank quiz form, but the rest of it looks exactly like all our other assignments that we have created. So I am going to put a title in here, otherwise it will not let us do anything. It will not let us assign it. I'm going to add the instructions. Please answer the questions about our favorites. Okay. And then people know what the quiz is about. And then I go down here to my blank quiz. So I click on my blank quiz and it brings up a quiz for me to start adding stuff into. Please make sure you title your quiz favorites here and also up here, otherwise it'll show up as a blank quiz. So favorites over here too. And then I can get to my questions. So I can ask a multiple choice question if I want. What color is the Grinch? Just do that for fun. I can add a picture if I want to. So I can actually have pictures already uploaded. I can go to my camera and take a picture. I can go to my photos and find them if they're in my Google Drive, or if I want to Google search image. So let's say I Google search image for the Grinch. I don't necessarily want to give something away, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in just for fun. So now this one is, what color is the Grinch? It adds a picture. And I am going to add some questions or answers down here. So red, green, and blue. All right. And then down here, I have my answer key. So if I click on my answer key, I can tell it which one is the correct answer. And then if I want to add some feedback, I can click here and I can choose correct answer feedback. So I can say, yay, good job, you got it right. Or if there's an incorrect answer, I can add something in here like, so close, please try again. Also from here, I can add a link. So if I want them to review some more, I can click onto something else like a web page or something where they can go and gather some more information. I can add a movie in here if I want them, if I think they need to answer it or review it a little bit more, they can get the answer that way. And then I can hit save. Once that's done, I can assign points here if I want to. So they get 1 point for that or 0 points if you don't, if you're doing it just for a formative assessment. Then I click done. And then down here it says required. If you don't make it required, your students can skip this answer or skip this question. So I want to hit required. Now my next question I'm going to add is what made the Grinch change? Okay, so now this one is no longer a multiple choice. I want it to be like a short answer. And here's the other cool thing that I did not know Google Quizzes had in it. So short answer. So sometimes you ask a question and your students just may write yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Okay. You can now say, I want to have them answer it with so many characters so that yes, no, I don't know are no longer an option, that they have to explain what they're doing. So down in the 3 dots, you will notice it says response validation. So once I click on response validation, I now under here get a bunch of different things that I can play with. So I want to say that my length of my answer has to be, right now it's set at maximum count, but I'm going to say minimum count, and I'm going to put a number here. So I'm going to say like 25. The maximum count has to be 25. And then I can go ahead and on my answer key, add a correct answer. I don't want to do that because then they'd have to spell it. But I can add answer feedback. So I can say, like if they didn't get to the 25, need more information, please try again. Okay, and hit save. Boop. Then I go ahead and hit done. And I'm going to make it required that they can't skip this one. Also, there is one other thing you can do. You can add an add-on to your Google quiz that will set a time limit. You can automatically go in manually and turn responses on and off in your Google quiz, but if you're like me, you forget. So this actually will set a time limit on your Google quiz. So it is an add-on, so you will need to go to the G Suite Marketplace, and I'll put the link in the slide that this video is sitting on. So it is called Form Limiter. So when you go to the G Suite Marketplace, you'll see Form Limiter, and it will say install for you guys. So this will be a blue bar, but mine's already installed. So go ahead and click install. And then up here, the puzzle piece, because you're going to add it on, you will see your add-ons. So you go up here and you say Form Limiter. And I want to set a limit. There are a bunch of different limits you can set, but the one we're going to worry about is date and time. So I can go ahead and say, I want it to be due August 12th at, let's say 3, and I want it to be PM. So I go ahead and click PM and then hit set and save and enable. And once that is done, my quiz then on August 12th at 3 o'clock will no longer accept any answers beyond that. So now if I go back to my classwork, it'll say blank quiz, but trust me, your quiz is there. I can also actually lock the mode on my Chromebooks so that once they enter this quiz, they can't go anywhere else, like the quiz locks in. Grade importing is if you grade this quiz, it'll automatically it'll populate the grades in your grades in your Google Classroom, so you'll see them automatically do that. So once again, I got to choose which class do I want it to go to. Do I want it to go to all students? Do I want it to be a grade category, so it's worth 4 points? We talked about that before. Make sure your due date matches the due date of when it is. So August 12th at 3 p.m. This puts it into their Google Calendar, so that's yet another reminder. I'm not going to assign a topic to it, but if I wanted to, I could assign a topic to it from here. And then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and hit assign. So off it goes. It's assigning it to all my students, and my students will now see the what is your favorite color quiz or favorites quiz sitting there. So you'll see here it is. The nice thing, remember, on Google Classroom now is if it is active, it will be green. If it's not active, so these little guys sitting right here are drafts, they're gray. I can go back in and edit those at any time. And then if it has a due date, like it looks like this one is due coming up soon, once it's due, then it will start populating late. If students click into it and start submitting late work, you will be able to see it. So that is Google Quizzes. Kind of a lot of information, but if you have any question on any of those things, how to set a limit, how to a limit of responses, how to set a time, just let me know.